Hello, should I trade ETFs instead of individual stocks? It's not either or. You can do both. I invested slash traded or short term invested in ETF before, but I swing trade individual stocks. When you have your watch list of individual stocks that you swing trade from, for instance, with this list, they highlight the stocks as stocks that we purchased and we have not sold them yet. So in some way, we are creating our own mutual fund slash ETF fund in our portfolio because we have multiple stocks from different sector, different industry, and different sub-industry currently represented in our portfolio since we have not sold them yet. So it's not either or. If there is some ETF that you are interested in, you can swing trade them, and while you swing trade individual stocks, with individual stocks you are analyzing the chart of one stocks. With ETF is a cluster of stocks that the brokerage firm put together, or that will depend on who put it together. A cluster of stocks put together, traded together as the same way individual stocks is traded. It's not like a mutual fund that you will be exchanging the fund as you switch from one to the other. But with ETF, you are buying the ETF and you are selling it the same way you buy and sell individual stocks. Is simple, easy like that to buy and to sell ETF. But it is a cluster of stocks just like a mutual fund. You just don't, but the way you buy and sell it is more like individual stock rather than a mutual fund. When it is a mix of different type of stocks, just like a mutual fund, it's like a mutual fund traded like individual stock. The purchasing and the buying process like an individual stocks. But yeah, I prefer to swing trade individual stocks. But if there are some ETF you are interested in, you can buy it. I think you'll have more variety of individual stocks than you'll have variety of ETF, because they cluster stocks within them already. You'll have few ETF in the market to choose from, but you might find some good ones that you might even decide to invest in. Buy them and have them in your portfolio, or buy them and swing trade them. When you can create a list of ETF, a good ETF, and then you can swing trade them using the same strategy you are using with your individual stocks. In this instance, long option and swing trading strategy. There are some ETF you might find at the valley line. You'll buy. When they reach all-time new high, you sell. And there are some, as you sell those, you'll find some others around the valley line you can buy. So you can use some fund to swing trade ETF like that, while you use the rest of your fund to swing trade individual stocks. It's not either or. You can do both, but focusing more on individual stocks while you have some ETF in your portfolio as well. But that is the way, if I will do that, that is the way I'll go about it. I do have some mutual fund in my portfolio. I have one ETF at some point. I don't know if I sold it or not, but I swing trade individual stocks, and I don't have anything against ETFs. I traded them before, more so investing in them before, but I sold them when we are purchasing this house. we sold them, my husband and I, we sold them so that we can pull the money to include it, to put in our bank account for the down payment and for things we will buy to, to paint the house, pretty much, and redo the flooring in some part of the house by removing the carpet before we move in. So, and that was some years ago. And after that, I think I bought it again once. Now, intentionally, it turned out to be an ETF when I thought it was an individual stocks. And I don't know if I sold it or not. So, but other than that, I just swing trade individual stocks. Because again, they are individual stocks. I have more flexibility and I can analyze them, and the chart is about one stocks. Now the average of the ETF, because multiple stocks with different charts, that are the average will be moving a certain way. You don't know which stocks in that ETF that is going down, which one is going up, but the ETF will be the average of all of them. And the ETF might have some stocks that personally I won't invest in. When with the one is combined with, they will be moving in a good direction. But just that's the way I view it personally. And I have the same things with mutual fund as well. There could be some stocks that I won't personally invest in the mix as well. So I just prefer individual stocks because I have more control here and more flexibility when it comes to picking the stocks. And as I'm analyzing, I will see the one that I have good luck, or I'm understanding the chart better, I'm having good result trading that stocks, and the one that I'm not understanding the chart well, I can take them out of the list and so forth. It's a process. Enjoy the journey and just keep doing, improving, and over time, over the years, you'll have your own list of stocks that you like. But I think those are moving things, because there are some good stocks that will come in the market that will, may not have met your requirement before, but will meet it later. So it's good to keep refreshing your list. But as you are swing trading, you'll get very good at the strategy you are using, and you know what kind of chart works well with that strategy, so that if a stock you never traded before, you put it on the you pull the chart out, you'll be able to tell if your strategy will work with it or not. But I think it will take a while to get to that point. Today we are going to analyze an individual stocks, MDLZ, using our long option long swing trading strategy, and we have the maximum daily chart open here. So is it a buy or not? It is a buy. Why is that? Well, we have this support line here that we like to buy at, and right now it went below and start going up. So it's still around this support line, so therefore it is a buy. However, we don't know if there is another line that we are not seeing. Since it went below it, it'll be good to see if there is another support line below that there is a chance it might pull back to. So let's go to maximum monthly chart to look. I'm not seeing any. So therefore, and it seems to be very respecting this line, but it went below it here, and I'm really not seeing any things that it will go back to here. And it has been following this line for so many years. We have the date on the x-axis from the past to the present, and we have the price on the y-axis from 0 up. And I'm seeing 2009 here that this support line originated from, and you can see that it has been following this. It touched base with it in 2025, and touched base with it again toward the end of 2025 and went below it. But the last time it reached all-time new high though was in 2020. So, and then it pulled back and it is having problem going back up. But again, it touched base with this line in 2000. Now here, all-time new high here was 2023. So 2023, okay, and it has not gone up yet. So the last time it came back here, it was in 2020, and then it went up, pulled back a little bit here, but then went up. So let's see, you can see that when it left and it went up, it took about 3 years to come back down here, and then went up sharply, came back, and then continue up, so forth. So if it can take 3 years to come down, 1, 2, 3, so it could be the same thing it's doing here. And you can see that when it came back down here, probably at the beginning of the year or so, toward the end of the year, it touched base with it before it left. So if it's going to be repeating this pattern here, it touched base with it at the beginning of 2025, touched base with it toward the end of 2025, it could be repeating this pattern here. And in 2026, it could, go up. If it's going to do the same thing here, it might. Otherwise, it's going to continue up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years again. Here it did it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. So yes, it's the time to buy, in my opinion. And if the market's open today, I might try to buy some shares. And keep in mind though, it's like $57. You can just buy one share and hold on to it. Why not? And just let it be. It's going to be there for 5 years or so. And it's selling for 57. All-time new high was 70. Need to put glasses on. 78 or so. So almost $20 per share right there for 5 years. And sometimes I like to say that is it worth it having it for 5 years to have $20 profit per share? There are some stocks that grow faster than that, but again, if it's just one share you like to buy, you can just buy one share and let it be there and know that that one you are going to hold on to it for 5 years and see what it does. So that's one way to view it. So it is a buy. So thank you so much for watching. We thank you very much for your time. Thank you for all your comments. We thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, Girls of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel and ninasoap.com our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your account from there. The way we analyze MDLZ is the way we do our chart analysis using long option and swing trading strategy. If you're interested in that swing trading strategy and you like to practice analyzing stocks and receive feedback, please check our small group online workshop link at liberdownload.com or under the description of this video and reserve a spot. For more videos in this series, please check the playlist in the description of this video, how to start swing trading step by step using long uptrend lines. And we do have other swing trading related playlists there as well. Thank you so much for your time.